Dear students, in this video lecture, I Prakash Birla, Assistant Professor, Textile Technology Department, MLB Textile Institute. I will discuss about the nylons, how the nylon polymer and fibers are manufactured. First, how it is defined. It is defined by the Federal Trade Commission of US. The nylon is a generic name and it is a manufactured fiber in which the fiber forming substance is a long chain synthetic polyamide in which polymer consists of less than 85% by weight of amide linkages and connected to the aliphatic monomers. Yes, it is important to note that the polymer is consists of less than 85% by weight of amide linkages, and these linkages, amide link is connected to directly to the aliphatic monomer, which is high aliphatic chains, which is highly flexible in nature. As per the history, the first nylon discovered by the W.H. Carothers of DuPont Company of USA, and he discovered the first polymer, synthetic polymer, that was the nylon 6,6 in 1938, while in parallel of that of Germany, one of the another scientist, Paul Schlock, who discovered the another nylon which is made by a lactam, that was the nylon 6 in 1939. Here it is interesting to note that the N, capital N, stands for the nylon, while the suffix 66, it's 6,6, or here the N6. These suffix are represent the number of carbon atoms present in the monomer reactants or in the starting materials. So to categorize the different type of nylons, here the number of carbon atoms, you can see here the nylon 6,6 or nylon 6 represents these suffix represent the number of carbon atoms present in the polymer system. Here nylon made from condensation of diamine and dicarboxylic acid is classified according to the number of carbon atoms present in the diamines and diacid respectively. For example, nylon made from hexamethylene diamine and having the 6 carbon atoms and sebacic acid having the 10 carbon atoms. So generally it referred as or represent as the final polymer referred as nylon 610, while the nylon made from amino acid is classified according to the number of carbon atoms present in the amino acid monomer or its respective lactam, that is nylon 6 for example, and can be made or manufactured by the amino acid compound having the 6 carbon atom, that is aminocaproic acid or caprolactam. You can see here this is the nylon. These are generally one can define it's a nylon XY type, means number of X represent the number of carbon atoms present in the diamines. Always X represents the diamine and Y represent means the first digit of the suffix represent the number of carbon atoms in the diamines, while Y the number of carbon atom present in the diacids. This is the second digit of the suffix. And the nylon Z type, this is the number of carbon atoms in the amino acids compound or their respective lactums. This is NZ, and so different type of commonly used nylons are the, say, nylon 4/6, nylon 6/6, nylon 6/10, nylon 6/12, or nylon 3, nylon 4, nylon 6, nylon 7, nylon 12, nylon 60. And you can see here the different type of raw materials used to manufacture these type of nylon polymers. For example, the nylon 4/6, that is 1,4-diaminobutane or adipic acid. First digit represent the diamine and second digit represent the diacids. These are the nylon XY type. Nylon 6/6, say, hexamethylene diamine and adipic acid. Nylon 6/10, HMDA, hexamethylene diamine and sebacic acid. Nylon 6/12, hexamethylene diamine and dodecanoic acid. Nylon 3 is manufactured by using the acrylamide. Nylon 4 is 2-pyrrolidone. Nylon 6 by caprolactam. Nylon 7 by lactam of heptanoic acid. Nylon 12 by dodecalactam. Nylon 6T is manufactured by hexamethylene diamine and terephthalic acid. Amongst various nylons, nylon 6 and nylon 6/6 are the popular, you can say, most widely manufactured nylon polymers. And here I start with the nylon 6, the how the raw materials are manufactured. First, what type of raw material is used in the nylon 6 polymer manufacturing, and how one can procure, or you can say manufacture, the raw material for nylon 6. And to produce the N6, caprolactam is used as a raw material. Caprolactam can be synthesized by using different type of starting materials, say phenol, benzene, toluene or cyclohexane. You can see here the few of the chemical reactions involved in that. Start with the benzene. Benzene is chlorinated and it convert into its respective derivative, that is chlorobenzene. Chlorobenzene is further react with NaOH. NaOH convert the chlorobenzene into the its phenol, respective phenol derivatives, that is sodium phenate. Sodium phenate is further react with the HCl, which convert it into phenol. Phenol is reduced. Reduction reaction is carried out in presence of nickel catalyst, and hydrogen atoms are added to convert it into phenol, get converted into its cyclohexanol. Cyclohexanol is dehydrogenated, a type of oxidation reaction, you can see here. And in presence of copper at high temperature and pressure, it get converted into its respective ketone. Cyclohexanol get converted into ketones, cyclohexanon. This cyclohexanon is react with a mixture of hydroxylamine and sulfuric acid. Initially the temperature is kept 20 degree to 90 degree centigrade temperature, and again listen here, the cyclohexanon is react with the mixture of hydroxylamine and H2SO4. Initial time the temperature is kept 20 degree to then raised to the 90 degree centigrade. It get convert into its respective oxime, that is cyclohexanon oxime. And this cyclohexanon oxime goes for Beckmann's transformation reaction or Beckmann's rearrangement reaction with the help of concentrated H2SO4 at react this with cyclohexanon oxime, and at 130 degree centigrade get convert into its respective caprolactam. And another approach to manufacture the or to get the caprolactam is using the toluene. From toluene is get oxidized with the help of dilute HNO3, a oxidative agent. This dilute nitric acid get converted the toluene into benzoic acid. This benzoic acid is further reduced with the help of nickel and get converted into cyclohexanoic acid. This cyclohexanoic acid is further react with the HNO3 and SO3 in presence of H2S2O7 at 60 degree centigrade temperature and get converted into its respective caprolactam. Another approach, that is the Torre process. It is most widely used chemical reaction to manufacture the caprolactam. This is from benzene again. Benzene is reduced in presence of nickel catalyst, get converted to cyclohexane. This cyclohexane is react with the nitrosyl chloride in presence of ultraviolet light and HCl, get converted into its cyclohexanone oxime. Cyclohexanone oxime go for the Beckmann's rearrangement reaction at 130 degree centigrade with the help of H concentrated H2SO4 and get converted into its respective caprolactam. And one of the approach you can use to manufacture to get the caprolactam is using the aniline. This aniline is, you can say, the amine group is linked with the benzene ring and it is reduced with the help of formaldehyde and get converted into cyclohexylamine at 300 degree centigrade temperature and 100 atm pressure, and this is further reduced to its oxime, and oxime go for Beckmann's rearrangement reaction and get converted into its caprolactam. Now these are the few approaches by which one can get the raw material of the nylon 6, that is the caprolactam. Thank you. I will discuss few more about the production of nylon 6 polymer in the next lecture. Thank you.